morning, everybody. We have made it to Friday, and with it, well, we have a lot to discuss in terms of weather, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Today, it is going to be a gorgeous day to be outside with temperatures topping out near 62 degrees. Winds, though, going to be a bit on the breezy side as we do see a little bit of a transition to it being more out of the north to northwest as we head towards the latter portion of the afternoon and evening. Now, with that in mind, I'd recommend doing any yard work here today because as we get into the weekend, it is going to be wet and it is going to be cold. Temperatures will only top out into those mid-40s for our Saturday. Do have some rain for us late Saturday afternoon, but as you head into the evening and overnight, we could potentially even see some of that rain mix in with a little bit of snow, and by the time we get towards Sunday morning, maybe even just a few flurries falling across the state line. Now, luckily, no worry whatsoever about any sort of accumulation because the ground is simply just going to be way too warm. Now, progressing on into Sunday, do have maybe a few flurries early on, but by the afternoon, mostly sunny, but man, it is going to be cold. Only up to a high of 35 degrees, nearly a 30-degree temperature swing compared to what we'll see here today. And heading into Sunday night, lows down to that 20-degree mark with some wind chills potentially even reaching the low teens and maybe even the upper single digits. Now, luckily, that cold won't last forever. Heading into Monday, 38 degrees, back to the mid-40s by Tuesday, and then lower 50s by the time we get towards Wednesday and Thursday. Let's take a quick look outside. Our primetime auto video East State Street Cam looking at a gorgeous Friday here for us. So again, I would definitely recommend doing any outdoor activities or yard work done today because the weekend, it is going to be a lot harder to do quite a bit of that. Now, when it comes to Midwest Stone Source, we kind of have a in-depth look that Aaron Wilson took a look at. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Midwest Stone Source and Design Studio. Michaela with us. Hello. Hi. And here we are in the colder months, and those indoor projects are really starting to heat things up. And we get to talk quartz, we get to talk granite. Yes. And boy, when we talk about this design studio, again, there's a lot of great ideas here and a lot of options. Yes. Absolutely. So this is the fun part of the job for you, right?
It is.
Picking all this out.
Stuff out. Yes, it's always the fun part. So.
And just give folks at home an idea of the selection you have when it comes to the granite, the quartz. I mean, it goes on forever.
It does. I mean, we've got 10 different quartz sample racks that we get from. We constantly have new full slabs coming in, going out, and that's a quartz. Yep. It's a very cool option.
Kind of like a Dalmatian.
It is kind of, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So lots of options when it comes to the quartz. And what's the difference between quartz and granite?
So quartz is man-made.
Okay.
So you'll see a lot of those patterns. They're a lot more consistent because they can manipulate the colors in there.
Gotcha.
Granite's going to be your natural stone. So there's a lot more color, a lot more variation in the granites.
And I mean, we're talking about with the granite, something that actually is, coming from the earth. And the craftsmanship that your team puts into this, the fabrication aspect of this, talk on that for just a little bit for us.
So we do all of our fabricating in-house. Okay. All of our guys have been here with us basically since we opened. So that's all they know how to do.
Congratulations on 20 years, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Great party you guys had.
It was a good time.
It really was. It really was. Great celebration.
Good. Yeah.
But again, not to take away from what they do.
No,
some serious work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're experts at it. So we're glad they're still here. So
let's talk about the timing of a project like this. I mean, you got to have it all fabricated, got to get it installed. Now's the time to sit down with you and make some decisions.
Absolutely. Yeah. It on average, I mean, it depends on, busy season and things like that, but by the time we measure and till it's done and installed, you're about 5 to 6 weeks for the most part.
Okay.
So something to kind of think about if you're trying to plan.
It might be a silly question, but where does granite come from? What part of the earth?
All over.
All over.
Yeah, Brazil, India are probably the two bigger ones.
Okay.
But yeah, all over the place.
So when you do make that selection, that's going to be another piece to the puzzle, is getting that actual granite that you want in.
Absolutely.
Okay, excellent. Well, again, we are heading into the colder months here. Time to start thinking about those indoor projects. Can't think of a better way to make your kitchen pop than to get in here first of all and just walk around, chat with you, and put a plan together.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll help you come up with some ideas and tons of options.
I think a couple months ago, I was talking to you about those options. How many times do folks come in and they got the idea, say, I'm going to get the quartz or I'm going to get the granite, but then it turns into something else?
All the time. We do the tops and then we'll look at backsplash and then we'll look at new outlets and then we'll look at lighting. I mean, it just goes on and on. So.
And again, looking at backsplashes, you have an infinite supply and option as far as that's concerned too. And that's a really big part of this whole project.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can make or break the kitchen. So, That's where we come in.
And kitchens, also bathrooms too. Folks like to get
Bathrooms.
that quartz or the granite in those
Yeah.
bathroom sinks.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got lots of remnants back there, which are perfect for those. So, get you a good deal on some
Excellent,
remnant
yeah.
pieces. And
I like when I hear the word deal.
Yes,
Always good to
exactly.
check that out. Again, Midwest Stone and Design Studio, Midwest Stone Source and Design Studio, and very easy to get here too.
yeah.
In fact, today I just kind of did a little drive by East High School just to see how things were going over there. School's popping, good
yeah.
stuff.
And there you go. We're right over there. So,
Mhm. Yeah, down from Tri-B Hardware, right off
Yep.
Charles Street. You can't miss them. And look for the big blue awning outside.
awning.
That will invite you in, and you can get in here and shop around. And there are several different kitchen areas that folks can really start to get those ideas from. And
absolutely.
each of those kitchen areas full of a ton of different ideas and options too.
Yeah. It's very helpful. We've got different accessories in the kitchen. So, we're looking at cabinets, So we go
Excellent.
through everything.
Love it. Got the hardware all set to go. Quartz, granite, all fabricated right here in-house. Again, check them out. Midwest Stone Source and Design Studio. Thank you, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it's good to see you.
Always love being here.
Yeah, definitely fun visiting Midwest Stone Source. Well, coming up, Alyssa Kelly joins us as we're going to take a look at the Rockford Rescue Mission. Let's have some break.
First Alert Weather Plus, the State Line's only 24/7 weather channel, on air at 19.3 WSLN, the First Alert Weather app, or wherever you stream WIFR. Sponsored by Total Exteriors.
They make the plays, you make them famous. Football Frenzy Play of the Week, only on WIFR. Sponsored by Holcomb Bank.
Every first matters. That first alarm, your first cup of coffee.
And that first look of what the day can bring.
And WIFR is right here with you.
With your first alert when weather could impact your day.
A first alert action day for the potential of strong, severe storms.
With stories that matter most.
And your first look at what's ahead.
We have an update on breaking news from last night.
Wherever you stream WIFR, we help you start your day prepared.
Every first, every day. Tune to WIFR this morning.
At WIFR, we want to know, does your pet have an entertaining personality? What about their unusual features? Do they have an iconic sense of fashion? Why not give them the spotlight they deserve with WIFR Pet Picks? Scan the QR code or go to WIFR.com. Click on See It, Send It, and upload your pet's picture or video. They could even be featured on WIFR News at 6. WIFR Pet Picks, sponsored by First Staffing.
When you want to know right now, predict, or catch up on the stories you missed, download video of your local news on the WIFR News app. Live breaking news,
We have reports of multiple shots fired.
real-time forecasts,
We are tracking some rain potential for tomorrow.
custom alerts for the stories that impact you. It's fast and, best of all, free. The WIFR News app, where the news and video you want are all in one app.
They make the plays, you make them famous. Football Frenzy Play of the Week, only on WIFR. Sponsored by Holcomb Bank.
Well, thank you guys so much for sticking with us. Alyssa Kelly visited the Rockford Rescue Mission to speak with Ted Tomita, their Chief Development Officer.
Hello, we're here at the Rockford Rescue Mission. I'm with Ted Tomita, and you are the Chief Development Officer here. Rockford Rescue Mission has been around for 61 years. So do you kind of want to tell us a little bit about, what those changes were, maybe what's new at Rockford Rescue Mission here today?
Yeah, so we've been here for 61 years here in the community. It's been a blessing to be able to serve here at the mission for that many years. And yeah, I mean, our programs here have been solid from day one in terms of meals for anybody in the community, meals for those who we serve here at the mission, men, women, and children, life recovery program for those in addictions, a clinic in terms of medical, dental needs. We have a advocacy center to help folks with getting a job, getting housing, education resources, and we've been just going strong for 61 years.
61 years. And how did you get involved? Why do you kind of do what you do?
Right. So I did a 28-year career in the for-profit world, and I got laid off after many years and didn't really know what I wanted to do for my next sort of phase in life. And I started looking around for places to volunteer at. I volunteered here at the mission as a GED tutor for the men going through our life recovery program. It was just so inspiring to see the men that were in our program just make some amazing strides in their life, and to see what God was doing in their lives as well. So I volunteered for a few months there as a GED tutor, and then came on staff in our development organization shortly after that.
Nice, yeah. And what is kind of maybe the needs in our community right now? You know, why is it so important, you know, that the Rockford Rescue Mission is here in this community, and maybe what are the most needs that are right now at least?
Yeah, there's just a lot of brokenness in our community, in our area, in the country, in the world. And that brokenness leads to homelessness, it leads to despair, it leads to addictions. It just leads to people without hope. And essentially, if I were to sum up what we do here at the mission, is we offer hope. We offer that hope of, and we are a Christian ministry, we offer the hope of Jesus so that they can recover from their pains, their trauma, their addictions, whatever they're going through. And it is just a blessing to be able to offer that hope so that the men, women, and children, they see that, oh, I have a plan for my life and a purpose. And it's just such a blessing to be able to be a part of lives that are changed that go through our doors here.
Right. Yeah. And I know I was mentioning to you, I actually went to that Thanksgiving dinner that took place here last year.
Right.
And I almost felt like I could feel that hope. I mean, it was amazing attending that. And
That's right.
so you kind of maybe want to talk about, with the holidays, you know, coming right around the corner, you know, what does take place here at the mission?
We have our Thanksgiving banquet coming up, which is a noon giant gathering of 400 men, women, and children, anybody from the community, plus the men, women, and children in our overnight shelters and in our life recovery programs, and their families can come by at noon on the day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday, have a great meal, and just a fun time of just connection with others, connection with community. So many folks are isolated and just feel alone, especially in those holiday times and when it's a time of, you think, well, this should be a happy time, when this should be a gathering time. And some folks are just so lonely and isolated. So we offer that hope of connection with other people. So we have our Christmas banquet coming up on Christmas Eve, also at noon. Same kind of theme of just gathering of community and all the folks in our shelters and our life recovery program. Wonderful time of a meal and connection with others. And then a couple other super fun events for the Christmas time. We have a couple things we call Bless a Resident and David's Closet. So David's Closet was actually started some years ago by a couple, the Laybacks, who lost a young adult son, and in memory of David, the Laybacks started this annual event where they personally donate toys and games and other items that our residents can choose for their family members. The other event we have coming up is called Bless a Resident, and that's for our life recovery residents to receive gifts for themselves. They create a wish list of items, and then we have donors who receive that list and go purchase those items. It might be a pair of jeans or a shoes or a favorite book or a favorite candy. And then we have a wrapping party where we wrap all these together, and then they receive those gifts for themselves around the Christmas time as well.
That's a lot of events that are coming up too. So is it kind of crucial for the community to, you know, kind of help or get involved during this time? Is there ways they can help to get involved?
So for both the banquets, for the Thanksgiving and Christmas banquet, we have about 100 volunteers, give or take, on each of those banquets. So if you're interested in volunteering at the banquets, give us a call. For Bless a Resident, also give us a call if you're interested in being a part of that and donating towards gifts for our life recovery residents.
So do they just call you, or could they do like maybe emails or maybe a website they could go to as well to kind of get involved, or should they just call the mission?
Yeah, I would start with a call, and then find out what the next steps would be, and just to confirm what you would like to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone listening, if you want to get involved, call Rockford Rescue Mission.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ted. It was so nice talking to you today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that pretty much wraps up the Blend Extra here for us this Friday. Thank you so much for joining us, and well, we'll look forward